Voice of love, love gave me my voice. Every voice is born somewhere. Mine wasn't born on a stage. Nor did it begin with a microphone in my hand. It was born in the safety of love. Somewhere deep within the storehouse of my heart. Beneath the skylight where his light always found me, love himself gently invited me out of hiding. It was there where his voice of love reached places mine never could. Something inside me began to awaken. And little by little my voice was born. For a long time I believed the safest thing to do was to hide the parts of my story that felt broken, embarrassing, painful, or misunderstood. Like so many others, I wondered what people would think if they really knew me. Would they judge me? Reject me? Gossip about me? Or twist my words into a story I never told? Would my honesty become a weapon in someone else's hands? Those are real fears. And for many of us, they were learned for real reasons. Love didn't shame me for those fears. Instead, he patiently became the safest place my heart had ever known. He taught me that there is a difference between hiding and being wise. He didn't ask me to tell everyone everything. He simply invited me to stop living in hiding. Then, with wisdom and discernment, he showed me where my story could become someone else's healing. And where it was simply meant to be held safely between his heart and mine. There is something deeply healing about bringing honest things into the light. When we speak the truth about our story, raw, imperfect, and unfiltered, shame begins to lose its grip. Silence no longer has the final word. Truth creates space for healing, and hearts that have been holding their breath for years finally discover they can exhale. Something beautiful happens when one person has the courage to speak honestly. Another heart quietly realizes, maybe I'm not the only one. Walls begin to come down. Masks begin to fall away. Hope enters places that once felt isolated. Simply because someone else was willing to whisper, "Me too." There is power in sharing your story. Not because your story is perfect, but because it is honest. Honest stories remind us that healing is possible. They become gentle invitations for others to stop pretending, to lay down the weight of shame, and to discover that they too have a voice worth hearing. Your voice matters. And your story matters. Not because they make you the center of attention, but because love has a beautiful way of using redeemed stories to help another heart believe they are not alone. Sometimes the very place you once wanted to hide becomes the place where someone else discovers hope. Love gave me permission to tell the truth. Not to perform. Not to prove anything. And not to seek attention. Simply to become free. And, in that freedom, to leave the light on for someone else who is still searching for their way home. Perhaps that's why love gave me my voice. Not so the world would notice me, but so one precious heart might finally believe it is safe enough to step out of hiding. Safe enough to tell the truth. And safe enough to discover that their voice matters too. If my story helps even one person find the courage to speak honestly, then let his voice of love speak through me. If one heart discovers freedom because my heart chose to tell the truth, then every step of my journey has become another golden thread in the beautiful tapestry love himself has been weaving all along. Now love speaks through me, and I pray you invite the voice of love to speak through your heart too. Oh, how I would love that for you, my friend. Heart to heart in his love, Momo.